All right, well, the summer travel season definitely kicking into high gear, and if you depend on fueling your car with gas, well, loyalty programs can certainly greatly help you squeeze out a few more savings, maybe a few bucks at the pump. So joining us now for a look at this is personal finance expert Barry Choi. Barry, I drive 75K one way each day, so 150K back and forth to work each and every day. So this really speaks to me, what you've done here, helping us kind of understand the breakdown of whether it's credit cards or loyalties when it comes to gas station. First question overall. Can you really sort of save a few extra bucks if you're committed to a specific loyalty program or two?
Easily. It really comes down to stacking. I'm sure we'll talk about this more, but you can save up to 11 cents per liter, depending on the gas station, depending on the programs, credit cards. And I know people are thinking at home, like, Barry, I'm not going to join 3 or 4 different things just to save 11 cents a liter. But even at the most basic level, you can get 3 or 4 cents back per liter without much effort. And to me, that's worthwhile, especially for someone like you who's driving 150 kilometers in a day minimum.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it certainly adds up. And, I happen to, this is not a promotion, but I happen to use the Journey one. So let's pick up on that. That's through the sort of Pioneer sort of chain there, where sort of every 300 points you earn, which is basically $300 spent, you get 7 cents off per liter.
So I love the fact that you already know this is your gas station and this is your neighborhood. And this applies to anyone. Most people will end up filling gas at whatever's closest to their home before they get on the road. So in Journey, they're great. So Pioneer, FastPass, Ultramart, they're also partnered with Aeroplan. So when you link your accounts, you can actually double dip the points, essentially, right? Which is great. And obviously, Aeroplan is Air Canada's loyalty program, so there are other ways to earn points. So you can be invested in Journey, but at the same time, you're earning Aeroplan points, which doesn't save you necessarily on your driving, but it could be a nice vacation for your family. But let's also talk about some other big programs in Canada. Petro-Canada, Petro Points, they're partnered with Gas Plus, Canadian Tire, Triangle Rewards. There's another partnership. Air Miles is with Shell, and PC Optimum is with Esso. So when you think about those names, these are big loyalty brands, and people have their credit cards, they shop at their grocery stores. So you can already kind of see it in your head. We're like, oh, I'm already shopping here, I'm earning those points. If I fill up gas here, I can earn more points. It's really about earning those points and burning them.
And the banks get into this as well, because I think Petro-Canada has a link with RBC as well, if I'm not mistaken, where you can get 3 or 4 cents off a liter there too.
That's exactly what I was alluding to at the top of the show. You're like, oh, if you're linked with your certain debit or credit card with RBC, you also get points. Petro-Canada allows you to transfer your points to Triangle Rewards. Triangle Rewards is Canadian Tire, Marks, Sport Check. So there's, again, this big thing you can do with loyalty, and it's just a huge thing overall. And of course, we're talking about PC Optimum. They've got 4 credit cards where you can earn points. Use them at Esso, Air Miles, BMO Air Miles credit cards. You earn extra points at Shell. So literally every single one has some kind of credit card partner or loyalty program.
So Barry, you're a personal finance sort of expert. You look at all these things. Is there a way for the average consumer to sort of go and take a look and compare, or do you really have to sort of do some pretty good level research to understand how to maximize your sort of loyalty points and benefits?
Yeah. So at the most basic level, I tell people to focus on 2 to 3 loyalty programs. So 1 gas, 1 travel, and 1 grocery. And quite often, your gas and grocery ones will line up. And if they do, then that's the perfect match. But let's say they don't for whatever reason. Like you said, you fill up at home. Can you make a small change where it'll actually help you save money? Because obviously we know certain grocery stores cost more than lower ones. But if the lower cost grocery store earns the same loyalty points as your gas station, does it make sense to make that switch? Sometimes it's yes, and I totally get convenience. You don't want to drive 5 kilometers for a better loyalty program. Doesn't make any sense, but a little bit of small research, just focus on 3 loyalty programs, and it'll make a huge difference, not just on your gas savings, but your overall budget.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty remarkable. Is there anywhere, Barry, that people can go to sort of find out more about you and the tips you're offering?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Barry_Choi. I'm always talking about loyalty, credit cards, everything. Anything you need to know, I got you covered.
Okay, and Barry, really quickly here, is there one program that sticks out to you? Like you mentioned PC, that seems to cover a lot, whether it's gas and the high-end food chains and sort of lower cost options as well, right?
I think all of them are good. It really depends on your personal situation and what you plan to. But like, for example, Petro-Canada, a lot of people like the fact that Petro Points, it's a Canadian brand. Stick to that. But if you're shopping at PC Optimum grocery stores, does it make sense to fill up Esso? Definitely. If you like Aeroplan, you got Journey Rewards. Time together, right?
Hey, Barry, thanks for these tips. Appreciate this. I'm sure that'll help save a few people some bucks today.